Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, is it a bourbon?
Oh, it's bourbon.
We're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben, I know nothing about this brand or this bottle.
I find that hard to believe. This is BAM Bullet Barrel Strength. So I've been wanting to try this for a while.
Okay.
Bulleit, everybody knows Bulleit.
They're known as being kind of a mid to higher rye mash bill.
Pretty high. I think
Yeah,
they're in the 20 percentile with the rye. But I've only had the 10-year and the basic. And it's for a budget bourbon, their regular bourbon is pretty good.
Yes, totally right.
So this is the barrel strength, 120.2 proof.
Nice.
Usually runs about $60, I think, in
That's
our area.
not obscene compared to other stuff.
No, and I got this one for $50, so I finally picked it up, and I've really been meaning to.
You got it at a big box store, right?
No, I got it at Liquor Boy in St. Louis Park. Check them out.
That's a good store.
But yes, I've been meaning to try this because I like the 10-year, and I like just their basic one as like a basic sipper.
Sure.
So I figured at cask strength, or barrel proof as they say on this one, it must be pretty good. But I've never had it before.
Okay.
On the nose, the high rye vibes are coming through for sure.
You know, I'm actually getting like spruce vibe, like tree vibes, which is weird.
Like some pine, maybe?
Yeah, in that range.
I'm getting a little bit, there is some caramel sweetness coming through.
Yep.
And it's kind of a nice mix with, there's maybe a little bit of that clove and allspice coming through with the high rye. Maybe a little citrus zest as well. Very interesting
I hate
nose.
when someone says something and all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well,
there's some lemon zest or whatever you want to call it.
let's see if it's on the palate. Cheers. Definitely more that sort of lemon zest on the palate. That's way more citrusy than I was expecting it to be.
It is interesting. There is a really nice foundation of brown sugar that holds it up. Like it provides a nice kind of base. So this is very quality. It drinks well. It's got good flavor in addition to the proof. And I think it's a caramely brown sugar kind of base. But then it has all these weird, well, not weird, but unique flavors on top. Definitely like a leather, earthy kind of note.
Yeah, I was getting that a little bit on the nose.
A bitterness, but not real bitter. Like
Not a bad way.
No, and not at all. Bitterness sometimes works really well, but it's almost like there's a spice. I can't even think of the name of it.
Allspice?
No, it's individual. Like
So it's not all spice.
no,
it's individual spice.
Yeah, there's a spice. I can't.
Okay, so I've got this may completely derail this review.
Okay.
So I'm with you on all the things that you said. It's got like a nice base of sweetness. There are some leathery, earthy notes there. The citrus that's coming through, lemon pledge.
Lemon pledge? No.
I didn't want to
There's
go.
a little bit of lemon pledge vibes.
Did not.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. The thing about tasting notes with bourbon is sometimes you can say like getting a leather or a furniture varnish sort of note. And
Sure.
all those things, you would think would be an insult to the taste, but it's not. It's just that there are certain things that remind you of, like I've obviously never tasted lemon pledge, but the taste
I'm
of
glad
this,
you put the word obviously in that sentence.
the kind of citrus that it is, it almost reminds me a little bit of that.
You know, when you say lemon pledge, it's not the lemon that I object to. It's the waxy note.
Yeah.
And now that have another drink and tell me you don't get a waxy kind of experience.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
We just derailed this review completely. This is really interesting. This is much more intricate and interesting than I was expecting.
I'm getting green apple now. Like, it has a lot of bright fruit notes.
Yeah, I was expecting a really, really dark.
Yeah, the
rich-
higher proof, you would expect kind of a
Yeah.
molasses, caramel, kind of like
Yep. And
really lean into it kind of notes. And this is
Yeah, I agree with
bright
you.
and airy. The
It
proof comes
really
through.
is.
It's noticeable. This is really good.
it really is. I actually really like this a lot.
That's my line.
That's why I said a lot, so you can't sue me. Because I ended the sentence with a lot instead of, I actually really like this.
This is really interesting. It has a lot going on. That this is a better introductory whiskey than I would have guessed. The proof is definitely there. So someone who's never had any type of bourbon, maybe not. Don't start here.
No.
But this has a lot of interesting flavors, and you can have a pour, sit down, and take your time with it, and pull out a lot of different flavor notes.
Yeah.
So,
This is so different than what I was expecting.
Let's do stats again on this. This is 120.2 proof.
Yep.
We don't know the age statement, but it's mature.
It seems fairly well aged. Yeah.
Price and availability.
Availability is pretty good. I mean, I have this
Yeah.
at most liquor stores, but
Okay.
usually around the $60. And I said I got this at Liquor Boy for $50.
Okay. Boy, I think this is one to keep on the shelf. If you have a reasonable collection of bourbons,
Yeah.
this one I think deserves to be there. I'm pretty impressed with this.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, just for the uniqueness. This
Yeah.
is so much more unique than I would have ever thought.
Yeah.
From kind of just a regular product that, to be honest, you don't really hear a whole lot about.
Exactly. Like
You know,
it's
this isn't one that people talk about a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a total recommend on trying it if you're a whiskey geek.
Totally agree.
I wonder. So the single barrel I think is at 104 proof.
Okay.
It'd be really interesting to do like the 10-year, which I think is at like 90, the 104, and then the 120, and just kind of see how like with this one in particular, because this tastes nothing like I remember the regular
It's been so long,
90
it's
proof
hard for me to
Bulleit
say. Yeah.
tasting, and so I wonder if this one's particularly susceptible to the proof,
Sure.
you know, going up that makes it that much more interesting. Now, proof is always going to, you know, when you're not watering it down, it's going to, you know, add flavor and stuff like that
Yeah.
to keep the water out of it. So I wonder if this is just a particular brand where it'd be fun to kind of go up the ladder in proof and see how the profile changes. Because this is so different than what I remember from either of the other two.
So I
I've
have a
had.
bottle that has a black label, but I don't remember if it's a single barrel or what the proof is or anything. I think it says 10 years, but I'm not positive. So let me
I thought
look.
the 10 years like a beige label.
Yeah, it's got a
Well, if
black
you already
label.
have this one, you could have saved me $50.
Well, maybe I have this one.
But to be honest, I'm glad I bought it because I'm really
Yeah,
going to enjoy this
really
one. I'm going to have a
impressed.
pour of this probably later on today and just kind of sit with it a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right, well, this is a total recommend if you're into trying unique whiskeys. I can't believe that a bourbon that's this available and this common of a brand that just sits there on the shelf is this unique.
We've found a number of basic sitting on the shelf at every liquor store bourbons that are great.
Yeah,
But
that are
this,
really-
I think this definitely wedges itself into that category as another one.
Yeah,
Keep on the list.
absolutely. All right, well, this has been Bulleit Barrel Strength on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Till next time. See you next time.